Okay, this is 7th grade, Unit 6, Lesson 4, Equations and Tape Diagrams, Part 1. Our focus question is, how can you create a tape diagram that represents an equation in the form of p times x plus q is equal to r? Let's review this algebra talk, seeing structure. Find a solution to each equation without writing anything down. I'm going to write this down because I'm just kind of going to write down what I'm thinking. So our first one says x plus 1 is equal to 5. So what number plus 1 is equal to 5? Well, I know that is 4. 4 plus 1 is equal to 5. So in this case, x is equal to 4. Okay, let's take a look at number 2. Number 2 says 2 times the quantity of x plus 1 is equal to 10. So 2 times something here is equal to 10. Well, I know that 2 times 5 is equal to 10. So that must mean this quantity here has to be 5, because 2 times 5 is equal to 10. So what number plus 1 is equal to 5? That's 4 also. 4 plus 1 is equal to 5. So 2 times the quantity of 4 plus 1 is equal to 10. Number 3. 3 times the quantity of x plus 1 is equal to 15. So 3 times something is equal to 15, and I know that 3 times 5 is equal to 15. So what number plus 1 is equal to 5? That's 4. 3 times 5 is equal to 15. So in this case, x is equal to 4. So the last one, 100 times the quantity of x plus 1 is equal to 500. So I know that 100 times 5 is 500. So 100 times 5 is 500. So what number plus 1 is equal to 5? Well, that also is 4. 4 plus 1 is equal to 5. 100 times 5, 500. So in this case, x is also equal to 4. Okay, problem 4.2. Draw a tape diagram to represent each situation. For some of the situations, you need to decide what to represent with a variable. Okay, so we know when we draw a tape diagram, we draw a rectangle with a total amount down here. And number 1 says, Diego has 7 packs of markers. Each pack has X markers in it. After Lynn gives him 9 more markers, he has a total of 30 markers. So here, my total of 30 markers is going to be here. That means that whatever we put in here, the total is going to be 30. So what makes our total of 30 markers? Well, we have 7 packs with X markers in it. And we have 9 more markers. So if I make 7 packs of markers with X, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. We have X markers in each pack. And then we have 9 markers also. So each one of these X sections represents a pack of markers with some number in it. So let's go down to number 2. Elena is cutting a 30-foot piece of ribbon for a craft project. She cuts off 7 feet and then cuts the remaining piece into 9 equal lengths of X feet each. So where's my total? My total is a 30-foot piece of ribbon. And then she has a bunch of well, she has not a bunch, but she cuts off 7 feet, right? So if I have 7 feet here, and then she has 9 equal lengths of x feet. So I want to split this up into 9 equal parts. And then we have x feet in those parts. So she has a total of 30 feet. That's all of this. And that 30 feet consists of 7 feet plus 9 equal parts with x feet in them. So this x represents our 9 equal lengths. Okay, number 3. A construction manager weighs a bundle of 9 identical bricks and a 7-pound concrete block. The bundle weighs 30 pounds. So I'm going to draw my rectangle. And this rectangle represents all of the pounds of concrete and bricks. And it weighs a total of 30 pounds. So here's my 30 pounds it weighs. And how is it split up? Well, he has a bundle of 9 identical bricks and a 7-pound block. So I'm going to make my 9 bricks first. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 bricks. And we don't know how much they weigh. We just know they weigh the same amount. So they weigh X amount. And then we have another block of concrete that weighs an additional 7 pounds. So our total of 30 pounds consists of a 7-pound block and then 9 identical bricks that we don't know the weight of. Number 4. A skating rink charges a group rate of $9 plus a fee to rent each pair of skates. A family rents 7 pairs of skates and pays a total of $30. So I'm going to make my tape diagram. So that represents the total amount that they pay, which is $30, right? Now, when this family goes to the skating rink as a group, all they have to pay is $9 plus a fee for each pair of skates. So how many pairs of skates do they rent? They rent 7 skates, and we don't know the cost. So we're going to make our 7 skates and we don't know how much they cost. We'll just say they cost X amount. And then they also pay the $9 fee. So the $9 fee plus the 7 skates, so each one of these X represents the cost of 1 pair of skate, and they have 7 of them. That's how we draw that one. Okay, let's go down to the last one, number 5. Andre bakes 9 pans of brownies. He donates 7 pounds to the school bake sale and keeps the rest to divide equally among his class of 30 students. All right. So he makes a total of 9 pans of brownies. So this represents the 9 pans of brownies. And what does he do with those brownies? Well, he donates 7 pans to the school. So here we have, out of the 7 of the 9, we have 7 pans over here. And what is this amount? This must be the other 2 pans that he's going to divide equally among 30 students. So it's going to be hard to draw 30 individual lines in here with a variable in them for how much the 30 students get. So I'm just going to say this is an x 30 times. Or I could draw, I don't even know if I have enough space. I could split that up into 30 pieces, and this would be an x in each one. But I'm not going to do that. I'm just going to leave it 30x. And this is the remaining 2 pans. So we have a total of 9 brownies, 7 pans he donates, and these 2 pans he splits 30 times. Okay, 4.3, situations, diagrams, and equations. So we have 3 equations here, and it says each situation in the previous activity is represented by one of the equations. So we had 5 situations previously, so some of these equations might go to 2 or more of the situations. So let's do number 1. Match each situation to an equation. So let's do that first. Okay, situation number 1. We have our 3 equations here. So how does this tape diagram and this situation match one of these equations? Well, if I look at my tape diagram, I can see I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 x's plus a 9 is equal to 30. So over here I can see that we have a 7x plus a 9 is equal to 30. And that's convenient. It's the first one. And so how would we solve this? How would we figure out what x is? Well, if all of this is 30, and I take away this 9, I take away that 9, and that means that x is, well, I have to take away 9 from the 30 also. So 30 minus 9 is 21. So these 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 x's are equal to 21. So that means each x, if I divide that 21 by 7 x's, 21 divided by 7 x's gives me 3. So there is a total of 3 markers in each pack. Let's go down to number 2. So 7x plus 9 is equal to 30. I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. I have 9 x's. So I'm looking for something probably with 9 x's. So if I look at this one, my total's 30. That's what I have here. I have 9 x's, that's what I have here, plus a 7. So if I want to figure out what one of these x's represents, if I take away the 7, I'm going to write the equation over here. 30 is equal to 9x plus 7. If I take away this 7, and I take away the 7 from 30, I end up with 23 is equal to the 9x's. So 9 times something is 23. If I take this 23 now and divide it by 9, that will tell me what 1x is. So I take the 3 divided by 9. That's going to tell me what 1x is, which is 23 ninths. Or if I want to change that into a mixed number, 9 goes into 23 2 times, which is 18 with 5 left over. So 2 whole times with 5 out of the 9 left over. So 2 and 5 ninths is equal to x. So that means that each piece of this ribbon that she divided up is 2 and 5 ninths feet. Okay, number 3, construction manager weighs a bundle of 9 identical bricks and a 7-pound block of concrete. The bundle weighs 30 pounds. So we have a total of 30. We have a total 30 here and here, and I'm looking for something with 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 x's plus the 7 pounds. So that would also be that one. And we would solve it the same way as we did on number 2. Okay, number 4 says a skating rink charges a group rate of $9 plus a fee to rent each pair of skates. So we're looking for a $9 fee plus 7 skates for a total of $30. So here are a total of $30. We have $30 and $30. But this time I'm looking for 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 x's. So that would be the first one. And we would solve this one the same way we did number 1. Andre bakes 9 pounds of brownies. So our total, I'm looking for a total of 9. So here's our total of 9. And we have 30x plus 7 pans. So I'm going to rewrite this. 30x plus 7 is equal to 9. So I want to know how much this is right here. So if this whole thing is 9 pans, this whole thing is 9 pans, and I take away the 7, I take away the 7 pounds, or 7 pans, that leaves me with just the 2 pans here. So I'm going to take away the 7, which is going to leave me with the 2 pans that equal 30x, right? So the remaining 2 pans is 30x. So if I divide those 2 pans by 30, that tells me that each 1x is equal to 2/30 or 1/15 of those 2 pans. So each student gets 1/15 of those remaining 2 pans. Okay, for our summary, how can writing an equation to represent a situation be helpful? Well, when we write an equation, it can show us how quantities are related to each other. We can see that this amount here is the same as this expression over here. and it helps us find unknown quantities. We can go through a process to find the unknown quantity, and this is from the problem we did previous, from 4.2 number 2, where Elena's cutting the ribbon, and we can see that this was the total amount of ribbon. And this was her 9 equal pieces. And that was the 7 feet. So we can see each part of this equation represents something from the situation. And then when we solve that, when we figure out what x is, we can see that this was the amount of ribbon in these 9 equal pieces. That was the amount in 1 of the 9 equal pieces.